Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be discussing my experience playing and learning the guitar. And don't worry, this video will be structured. It is very professional. I have a structured list of what I'm going to discuss. You guys can't see it, so I don't know why I showed you guys. But anyways, I'm going to be discussing why I got into it, my inspirations, my learning experience, my background, future goals, and then later on some tips if you guys want some tips from a level 2 crook, if that's any helpful. And then lastly, I'll just do a quick outro. So let's get into it. So why did I play the guitar? Why did I choose a guitar? I started playing the guitar I think around my freshman year, around fall semester. So I've been playing for around a year. And I don't like saying the length of how long I've been playing because it doesn't indicate how hard I've been practicing, how focused I was. Because you can say you've been playing for a year and then you can in that year you've only played or practiced for like 3 hours. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been pretty spotty during that gap, and I'll get into that later. But I chose the guitar because I thought it was the most versatile instrument. It looked cool. What I mean by versatile, I mean like so many of the mainstream music out there utilize guitars. Um, Especially my favorite musicians, they all most of them incorporate the guitar, and guitar is very it's compact. You can like what's the word for it? It's you can play it anywhere. I'm gonna talk about my inspirations. You know, why the guitar? Yeah, why the guitar? What musicians play the guitar? Bareface in Brockhampton, he does vocals for Brockhampton, and he also plays the guitar. So he also does the music production. Some of his songs, such as Summer, Waste, they all incorporate I think soulful riffs, soulful guitar. You know, fun fact is Summer, that guitar solo in Summer was the first solo I ever learned on the guitar. Um, so that goes to show how impactful, how inspirational Bareface was for me. And I definitely think you should check him out. Next is Death Grips. This might be surprising because you guys might know Death Grips for its craziness, but there are some songs that incorporate guitar, especially like metal guitar, which is why I like their music. It's an accumulation of random genres. And SpongeBob, because of his guitar solo in that movie that saved all of Bikini Bottom. He's a hero, both into television and outside of television, because I would say he's a hero for me. SpongeBob definitely kept me laughing in my childhood while I was getting beat by my learning experience. But before I talk about my learning experience, I want to talk about my background, where my music career really began. So my music career began when I was around first grade. My parents forced me to play either the violin or the cello. And since my brother already played the violin, I just might as well just play the cello. And that experience really taught me how important a good teacher is, because growing up, like my initial stages of learning the cello, I had a really good teacher, but then she had to move back to China, and then I got dumped with this I'll to be honest, a pretty bad teacher, and I definitely learned via just copying what he did and not learning the music theory behind it. I lost the passion to learn cello and practice cello and play cello as years gone by, as I went into competitive, I guess, competitions. Or if you guys know about region orchestra, I think you guys would have a better idea of what I'm trying to say. But I hated the competitive aspect of just playing cello. I just wanted to play cello because, everyone likes music. I like music. And if you make it competitive, if you make it where you're forced to play these songs that you don't really like, you just lose inspiration, you just lose passion. So going into high school, I just dropped the cello, and I haven't really touched it since. So now I play the guitar, and I said I've been playing for 1 year. But I would say the majority of it I have been learning incorrectly. I just straight up just copied riffs from online. I just searched up riffs, songs that I like, and I just searched up the riffs for it. Um, so there's two ways to learn guitar, but I think you can also combine them. So one way is to learn through shapes and tabs. So you see all the symbols of where to put your fingers on. Another way is reading sheet music and learning through positions like first position, second position, third position, fifth position, all the way down until you can cover all the whole fretboard, right? So majority of that I just learned via just YouTube videos, just copying what people are doing, learning copying tabs. I could read sheet music because I played cello, but I couldn't translate sheet music onto the guitar for a majority of my experience, and that was not good because it got to a point where I would just memorize tabs and then move on to another song and then forget what I did for the other song. So if someone told me to play like a song or do something, I can only like really show them two or three songs, and I've been playing for like a significant amount of time where I should have known more songs, right? So I realized like what's the problem? And the problem was I was just straight up memorizing songs and not understanding the music, not understanding the theory behind guitar and music theory in general, right? So then I realized I can't just be memorizing chord shapes. I can't just be memorizing, tabs. So I decided to buy a big sight reading book, and I have it right behind me. It is called A Modern Method for Guitar, Volumes 1, 2, 3, right? Through that book, I've been learning my scales. I've been learning how to read and translate sheet music onto the guitar. Just really finally building a good foundation for learning guitar. So my goals for guitar is to be able to just improvise, um, have someone play in a certain key and just be able to play a riff, just jam, but just be able to, and this is gonna sound corny, but to play what you feel. That sounds really corny, but that's how I feel about the guitar. I just want to be able to play whatever I want in my head and just like output it through my guitar. Tips tips from a beginner myself to a person who has never touched a guitar. I would say there's a lot of resources out there. YouTube is free, if you use ad blockers, but YouTube is free. There's a lot of free resources out there. You can just buy this book for like 10 or 15 bucks and you can start learning how to sight read. If you have friends who play the guitar, friends who play the bass, friends who play the drums, you can start jamming out with them. Go ahead. I think music has a big social aspect to it. Yeah, guitar is also very cool. You know, like I think it's very important to have an instrument that you just want to pick up just because it looks cool. I know it sounds kind of weird, but would you rather pick up a box or would you rather pick up a guitar? I don't know if that's a good analogy. But anyways, like guitars look cool. There's different models. I have a Stratocaster. There's Fender Jaguars. There's Fender Jazzmasters. There's Fender Telecasters. All of them look really cool, really sexy. And honestly, you can also attract the chicks. Serenade them. Let me demo some stuff. I'm gonna demonstrate the C major scale. The most basic, the most famous, the most notorious scale out there, the C major scale. So I'll obviously start the note C. And then you got the G major scale. Anyways, the next one I know is the F major scale. Wait, how does it go? I really hope you guys enjoyed this video.